This one also. This is player most likely to be traded on each NBA team. From ESPN, they say Caris LeVert having a strong season as team sixth man. Cavs aren't actively looking to trade him, but contract signed last year, 2 years, $32 million, designed to be movable. Let me ask you this. What kind of player would it take for the Cavs to be offered to trade Caris LeVert? Say somebody says, we like LeVert. We think he's young enough. He can help us. He'd be a starter. What kind of player do you think they would take in order to trade Caris LeVert?
Yeah, they would want a 3-and-D wing guy. You know, a guy who, as that report said earlier, is a guy who's a little quote-unquote shootier. You know, somebody who can knock down perimeter shots, which LeVert can do from time to time and does a nice job of. He also facilitates. So I think that you'd be, you know, real hesitant to give him up, especially because he does have a movable, friendly contract, and that's something that you could reevaluate after the season. But if you did, that's who they'd want. They'd want somebody who's, you know, a little bit more considered of a dead-eye shooter. Bogdanovich from Atlanta, I think, was a name that was mentioned. I'm hearing the Hawks want to hang on to him. I think he leads the Eastern Conference in three-pointers made. So, I mean, those are the kind of guys that you would be looking at. You'd want to make a splash if you move LeVert, and I just don't. They're not going to just move him because obviously they really like him, and he offers a lot when it comes to not only hitting outside shots, but his defense is pretty good, and he can penetrate and facilitate for others as well. And he's a bucket off the bench.